Adam Ritz is with me here in studio. Adam, I'm very excited to have with us because he was down in San Diego and drove up specially just for the show today because we had an incredible story come out of the sporting world, and it's going to be interesting to those of you that follow finance. But Adam, tell our listeners a little bit about what you do.
Well, I wouldn't have driven up here if I knew I could have just called and got a gold coin out of it.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about that.
Can I still get the gold coin?
I'll talk to management. We'll get slip one in your bag on the way out.
Well, I work with athletic departments on a consultancy basis with a topic called player development. And it's a relatively new topic with college athletics.
Okay.
And it started in professional sports, and the NFL has a great player development program and all their player development initiatives. And for somebody that is not familiar with player development, you might think it's developing players.
Right.
And that's, eating, weightlifting, practicing, developing players. And it's not necessarily that. That's part of it.
Right.
But really, player development is informing your players, your team members, your employees about everything they need to do and everything they need to know to be successful, not only on the field, but off the field, to keep the company, the corporation, the team, and the organization moving forward. Because it is a business.
Absolutely.
It is a business. Now, I work individually with these student athletes in the Division I college level, and I work with NFL players. And we're working on protecting their brand, their personal brand, their character, because if they make a mistake, it can damage their brand, it can damage their character, and it will affect them down the road. If you play in the NFL for 5 years, well, guess what? You're going to live another 60 years after that. What are you going to do then? Right. And if your brand is damaged, it could be a tough road for you.
And it's interesting to me too. I'm wondering if not only I realize that this started in the athletic community, but I wonder if this will begin to branch out into the corporate world as well, because individuals, especially large brands, Goldline is a very large brand, and so the reputation of the employees is very important. So I imagine this is something that, as we move forward, more and more people are going to see a need to bring in consultants like yourself and say, listen, talk to my people and give them the proper training on this, because it's amazing how just one decision can really cause just complete havoc. It can really wreak havoc and change things for the individual and hurt the company as well and hurt the brand.
Absolutely. From a corporate point of view, you've got a team of sales reps. One of them gets a DUI. Right. He's out of commission for the weekend while he spends the weekend in jail. Who's going to service his clients? Who's going to take over those accounts when, in fact, the DUI lands him maybe a 90-day suspension? Maybe he loses his license for 6 months. And
right.
What do salespeople do? How do they make their calls? They drive.
Right.
They drive around.
Yeah.
So guess what? Your company might, even though you're one of the top producers, top billers, you bring in the money, you're a cash cow, you can't drive, they're not going to keep you. Yeah. And now they've got to waste time hiring somebody, wasting time and money and effort going through the hiring process, then training that person, then getting them on the street and up to speed to where you were before you made your mistake. And now guess what? That person gets a DUI, it starts it all over.
First of all, I want to thank you for coming up here today. I know you were in town. You were actually speaking to the San Diego Chargers, which I'm sure that had to be an extraordinary experience. But where can individuals listening, we have a lot of people that they listen to the show, they run corporations, they run small businesses, and I think this is really smart that this has become a growing trend where business owners, team owners, across the spectrum of business are trying to protect their brand. They're trying to protect the investment by bringing someone in that's there to I guess properly prepare and train people, not just to think about the job, but think about the consequences of how they behave on the job, but also off the job, and how it can affect their career. Where can people get more information if they want to learn a little bit more about it and they want to have you come out and speak to their company?
Well, my last name's Ritz, just like Ritz Crackers,
okay.
R-I-T-Z,
That's
and
easy
my
enough.
website is adamritz.com. I also tweet, and my Twitter is @AdamRitz. And I report on these stories as well through my Twitter. So we're following a story with an NBA player who's charged with murder.
Oh my gosh.
Javaris Critton. He's accused of, in a drive-by shooting, he allegedly mistakenly shot a mother of 4. Oh. She is dead. Her children are going to grow up without their mother. One night, one action can affect so many people. And he's claiming innocence. It's going to be interesting to see how this story plays out. And I'm reporting on that through my Twitter as well. So you can follow @AdamRitz.
Now I kind of have a thing against social networking, but I might actually join Twitter and follow here just to be supportive of it. It's funny. One decision, we were talking on the show the other day about that senator that took some photographs and posted them on a website, and I just thought, and he was in a compromising, very embarrassing situation. It's just, when are we going to stop seeing politicians the same mistake over and over again? They never seem to learn their lesson. So maybe you need to go to Washington. Maybe we can talk to a few senators and send you to D.C.
Absolutely.
Teach them to exercise judgment.
I want to thank you, too, for having me on. I had a lot of fun today.
Adam Ritz, go to adamritz.com, get more information. Folks, thank you for listening to the program today. Thanks for calling in, taking time to be a part of the program. 877-341-2646. I encourage you, call Goldline. They are the exclusive sponsor of the American Advisor. They are in the business of helping investors protect and preserve their wealth long-term against inflation.